Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Teresa, Crafty Grams. Wanted to show just a little bit of what I've been doing in my spare time. I've been doing a lot of die cutting and some embossing. I have a Sizzix-like machine. It's from... It is not a Sizzix, it is a Spellbinder's machine. So this is hard to see, but it's embossing of like falling stars, and this is just some coffee dyed paper. This was just a scrap. I was trying to get the pressure right for the other die cuts. And I don't know what any of them are, to tell you the truth. They were just, some of them are from Spellbinders, some of them are from Oriental Trading Company, some of them are from Amazon. I think maybe even some of them are from Temu or Ali. Anyway, it's my collection. So those. My intention in doing this was to focus on my Easter or April journal. This, I believe, is supposed to be a Christmas pattern, but it doesn't look particularly Christmassy to me. But I did it on some gold foil, just scrapbook paper. All this paper is just some scrapbook paper of varying weights. And most of these are also the 3D, so you really have to get the plate situation correct, if you know what I mean. So yeah, just some flowers on some pink and white striped scrapbook paper. That would be useful in my Easter/April journal. And this one as well, I have no idea again what it actually is, but it's beautiful. I love these just backgroundy ones. I don't know if that makes, well, most of them are, aren't they? Well, yes, of course. However, these are like borders, and these did come from Spellbinders. They're gorgeous. I love them so much. I can't even. Yeah, so this one is just like that. The long, it's shaped just like that, exactly like that. And it's non-directional, whereas this one, I believe, is rather, yeah, it's directional this way. There's a butterfly. It looks like a, garden growing up towards the sky. And this is actually I believe two pieces of scrapbook paper, maybe even cardstock glued together, and I'm not really sure why, but they were in my stash, and I said, well, let's give it a try. So it turned out spectacularly, in my opinion. I love it. This, again, don't know where it came from, but it is sunflowers and a trellis. Absolutely adore it. Again, on coffee dyed paper. Yeah, so most of these are just florals. I have a slight obsession with florals. So yeah, that's what they are. And this one is actually on the packaging from one of the Spellbinders. This is the die cut that it is, and this is just the packaging that it came in. And I will rough it up probably, and because it's got quite a bit of a shine on it, I'm sure you can notice that. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. These are the embossing folders that I have done. And again, this was a envelope edger, and I'm pretty sure I got it off of Temu. And I just was practicing on a scrap to figure out really how to use it, because if you're doing an actual, traditional pointed envelope shape envelope, it would not fit even in my big cutting and embossing machine. So I made this, and I don't know how else I would use that particular thing other than an edging on maybe something else. Anyway, so that's that, and it has this sort of a, these are cut out but not completely removed. They're attached still, so they are, a 3D effect, whatever. And then very intricate Easter egg shapes, which these are on sort of thinnish scrapbook paper. I don't know that I would do that again for something that intricate and detailed. That was really testing my patience to get all those little cutouts off of the die. This is on a little bit thicker paper, but again, this is a much better weight to work with. And then there was also a little bow. It was a kit of four different designs, and I don't know that that's 4 different ones there, but anyway. And then it had this little bow with it. I'm not really sure I am in love with that bow, so I only did one. It's cute, but I don't know, we'll see. Right, so those can be used in my April journal. And then frames, just, I don't know why, I just wanted to do a bunch of frames. Because, I mean, I like to have them, but I just haven't done them. So there's a bunch of those, and then these are the, you know, the centers of the frames, because I don't know if there's any other way to do it, but it's just squares, a set of progressively larger squares, and then you just put 2 one size inside the other, and that's how you get the actual frame to cut out rather than just the square. So then I stamped some of these super cute little bunny stamps that I had them. There's some in gray and some in brown. Yeah, and then just a variety of, and that little guy got smudged. Just a variety of the papers that I used for the frames. So yeah, and then these are the rest of them. Some I made small, some I made smaller. This is quite a bit thicker. This has ducks on, or I don't know, some kind of birds on it, and that was actually some out of a book of baby scrapbook papers, and I believe this one was too, but I think it's perfect for Easter. Yeah, so that's, mostly I did just colors for that would be useful in my Easter journal. Right, so we'll put these to the side because I don't know what of these I will use. Oh, and I also did a ton more because, you know, obviously I was short on them. That was sarcasm. I did cut out flowers, die cut flowers in this variety of scrapbook paper, and this. So yeah, lots of new. Yeah, I needed more. Clearly I needed more. So I have my Easter, well, April, because Easter's only one day. I have my April journal already made, and some printables already printed, but not cut out or anything like that. So anyway, this is my April journal. It's just mostly, you know, neutral, except that this is done in those blues, and then I have this in the greens and yellows. Yeah, so, oh, stamped dictionary page. That kind of looks fall-y, but I think it was supposed to be springy. Oh well, we'll work with it. So yeah, this cover is just scrapbook paper, which is obviously quite stunning. So yeah, that's that. I also have these printables from Joey Card Maker, who is one of my favorite, creators. Very, very beautiful work that he does. I don't know how he does it or where he gets the images from, but they're stunning. These are just some journal cards that have to be cut out. And I think they're meant to be, you know, sort of folded back on each other and glued, folded back on themselves and glued together to make, you know, the front and then the back journaling space. And then there's these tags and this adorable envelope. So with little eggs, I love the little eggs. Anyway, so yeah. So mostly what I've done is picked out papers that I think would go with this. Obviously these will be the color theme for the journal. That's the only real printables that I used. And then in the last video, I was using some tag bases from G. Kerr at Happiness and Crafting. So I picked some of those out that I think would go with my spring colored theme, or spring colors, I guess, and have them included in here. Also this lovely, here we go with the florals again. Okay, it's an obsession. It's all right. Sorry, I'm blinding y'all with the glare. But these are just from Hobby Lobby. And I just think they're really, really pretty. So I have those. I also have some other tag bases from Shabby Cottage Studio on Etsy. And I will play with those as I get into the journal, but they are really, really pretty. Beautiful colors. Love the lace. Really just pretty. So that's Shabby Cottage Studio .etsy.com, and that's Masterboard Collage Tags. And this is Joey Cardmaker. He has a Ko-fi page as well as an Etsy shop. So, and I'm not sure which these came from, these particular printables. I'm not sure if they're from his Etsy shop or from his Ko-fi page. So, I will try to link those in the video below. And I love it when they put who they are on the printables, because then when I'm cutting the printables out, I always try to save the bottom piece that says at least who it is, and that way anyone who's interested can then find them. So let's see, what else? Oh, I have some I am pretty sure these are from like Amazon sticker kits. I am obsessed with bunnies. Apparently I have a lot of obsessions. Yeah, let's see, this, yeah, I'm pretty sure this did come from Amazon, but these are obviously more Easter images. So the next time we get together, which I hope will be soon, I will start stuffing, what I call stuffing, and maybe a little bit of fluffing, just putting pockets and envelopes and things like that on the pages, and then fluffing is obviously adding the ephemera, the pretty bits and pieces. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks. Have a great day.